Hey everybody, it's JP. Listen, this is an early. We're not doing an upgrade, downgrade, but this is an early Sunday morning video. However, you're probably not going to see it in time to get the first game. So, um, anyway, I'm coming at you late at night here, Saturday, come Sunday morning here. Um, but I love Jacksonville. I'm just going on the record to say that's what I got. Jacksonville. They've played at Wembley more than any other team in the NFL, and so that's kind of their home game win. They lost last week. I just kind of like taking them whenever they're playing out in Europe, but Wembley, it's a little more special. And I just noticed that the points are moving just a little bit in their favor. So they're -6.5 now, -120. So that tells me that's a good play there. Uh, Now to the main slate of games, Bengals. They look pretty safe to me. I like them at high probability to cover. It's 5.5, but Cleveland, they've been so bad, it's really hard to take them. Of course, just on a forensic pick, I like them against Philly, especially with the money moved in that. But back to life, back to reality. The reality here is the Browns suck, and they have no scheme, and they have a quarterback that doesn't even want to be there, and it shows. Detroit. Detroit just lost the best defensive player in the game, and they're going to win this game too. They're going to beat the undefeated Vikings, I believe. They're getting 1 point on the road to an undefeated team, and just having just lost their best defensive player, arguably the best in the game. Detroit, you would think it would be a little bit more, at least a field goal, a dog on the road. But no, they're that good. In fact, Gibbs last week showed nothing because they didn't need him to. So they didn't even need to call on his number. That he had very, very little use because they simply didn't need him. And so they just kind of won on a hand ride, if you ask me. And so being able to prep even more this week, with whomever fills that slot in the defense, they're going to be just fine. Detroit, they're really, really good. And their whole division is good. I mean, gosh, neither of these two teams might be the best team. Best team might be in last place right now. So I do like that team, Green Bay. So let's talk about them now. At home against Houston, they're laying 3. Houston, I just think, is not that strong of a team without Nico Collins. Nico's on the IR. He'll be back even before fantasy nerds have to worry about playoffs. So don't trade him no matter how hard I try to get him from you. But Green Bay's a better team. They're a much more solid team, and I like them to cover that, sure. Miami at Indianapolis, super, super low confidence. How can you really have any in either? But I will go with Indianapolis. I think that Miami's going to try to, get a real high draft pick, and they're probably going to go after a quarterback. So Indianapolis -3, why not? But again, don't put too much money on games in a big slate where you don't care about either team, or if neither of them are good. When you bet on crap, you get exactly that. So Philadelphia at the Giants. I like Philly. They're laying 3 and -20, -120. So yeah, why wouldn't they win? The Giants aren't that good, although I do believe their quarterback's better than he's shown. Although, having said that, I don't think that Philadelphia has shown everything that they've got either. And so, an extra week with A.J. Brown back in practice would probably do, real good for that team. So, I like their chances tomorrow, sure. Carolina Panthers, Washington Commanders. I don't like the game. I think either team could win. I think Washington could blow them out by 40. So I got nothing for you on that game. Tennessee at Buffalo Bills. I smell an upset here. I smell an upset here. So if you're going to take Tennessee, take them plus the 9.5, sure, but don't be afraid to throw a fraction of that at the money line as well. It happens all the time in the NFL. And this one just tastes like the kind of thing that might happen, although look at me. Anyway, I like that. Raiders at Rams. Raiders are getting a touchdown. Take the Rams. Why not? Raiders don't really have anybody on their team worth having. And Cooper Kupp's going to be back, we all assume, for the Rams. So why wouldn't they win? Laying 7 at minus 115. They're solid. I think they have what? 1 win? 2 wins? Tops. Jets at Steelers. Jets are laying 2 at the Steelers. With the Steelers, the season they've had, they've got a better record than the Jets. But the Jets are minus 2. Why is that? Well, they just signed Davante Adams, as we predicted a couple weeks ago, actually, before anyone on TV did. But he's a Raider, and Vegas likes him being a Raider. I'm sorry, from the Raiders to the Jets. So Davante's rejoining Aaron Rodgers, and they should be a plug and play. Good for at least a score tomorrow, but they're laying 2 at the Steelers. So I love that. Sure. And what color am I wearing tonight? Yeah, let's go with gang green tomorrow. We'll just elevate that to real high confidence. Sure, I like the way that feels. Baltimore Ravens laying 3.5 at Tampa. They'll take care of business. I mean, that's really, really strong. Baltimore Ravens Monday night games. The Chargers at Arizona. I think the last time they had a Monday night game together, there was like they had to cancel or postpone the game because of weather or an earthquake. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, horrible game. I'm not even going to talk about it. Chargers are never really a smart bet on Monday night anyway, unless they're playing the Jags. So that's all I got for you. Enjoy the games.